The film opens with a woman named Gloria getting ready for work. Not long after that, she arrives at a fashion show and starts doing makeup for one of the models. Once the event is over, Gloria excitedly calls her best friend, then heads straight to the Mexican border to meet her. When they finally see each other, the two of them celebrate like crazy, dancing around in pure excitement. Gloria and her best friend Suzu have been inseparable since high school. They are as close as sisters, and now that they are adults, they even work in the same field. That day, Gloria also brings a gift for Suzu's younger brother, Chava, and the three of them feel more like family than just friends. The next day, the two women go to register for a beauty pageant, just as they had planned. Gloria is only there to accompany Suzu, but one of the staff members looks down on her and implies that she is not pretty enough. Suzu gets upset by that, but Gloria quickly calms her down. Later that night, Suzu is thrilled after Gloria helps her get ready, and as a heartfelt gesture, she gives Gloria a friendship bracelet that leaves her deeply touched. A little while later, they head to a nightclub. Their goal is to get close to the owner of the beauty pageant, a man named Saucedo, who also happens to be the chief of police. But after being touched inappropriately, Gloria excuses herself and goes to the restroom. While she is in there, she hears strange noises outside and realizes that a cartel gang has slipped into the club through the back. Out of nowhere, Gloria is dragged away and nearly killed on the spot. Fortunately, the gang's leader learns that she is an American citizen and decides to spare her. Given a brief chance, Gloria screams Suzu's name as loud as she can. But Suzu never hears her, and chaos erupts instantly. The gang opens fire in an attempt to kill Saucedo, and everyone in the club starts running for their lives. Her life is about to change in ways she never imagined. This is Miss Bala. Gloria manages to get outside and sees Saucedo being taken away from the parking lot, but Suzu is nowhere to be found. Her phone cannot be reached either, leaving Gloria completely lost and unsure of what to do next. By morning, after falling asleep in a cafe, Gloria calls Chava and tells him that she and Suzu are fine and will be coming home soon. Still confused and desperate, Gloria spots a police officer and immediately asks for help. He tells her to come with him to the station so she can give a statement. On the way there, Gloria begins explaining everything that happened. But instead of taking her to the station, the officer stops at a hotel nearby. Left alone for a moment, Gloria is horrified to see cartel members arriving. She tries to run, but they quickly grab her and force her into a vehicle. Once she arrives at the Las Estrellas cartel hideout, Gloria is pushed into a large house where the gang's leader, Lino, has already been waiting impatiently. With a cold stare, he demands to know who she is. Gloria explains that she is an American citizen who came only to visit her friend who disappeared the night before. Lino then offers to help her find Suzu, but first Gloria must cooperate and carry out a mission for him. Not long after that, one of the gang members reports that everything is ready. Lino orders Gloria to drive one of the vehicles, and they move out together. Once they reach a busy intersection, Gloria is told to park the car at the corner. She is then taken into another vehicle and driven away. From a hill overlooking the area, Lino tells her to watch closely. Moments later, he presses a remote, and the car Gloria just parked explodes. After that, Lino questions her about her connection to Saucedo, the chief of police. Gloria honestly explains that she was only trying to help her friend win the beauty pageant. But before anything else can be said, police sirens start getting closer, forcing them to leave immediately. Not long after, they arrive at the Miss Baja registration booth, where Gloria is unexpectedly entered as a contestant. Lino also hands her a special phone so he can stay in contact with her at all times. With no real choice, Gloria goes along with everything. The organizers do not dare refuse after being threatened. At one point, Gloria asks to go to the restroom, hoping to find a chance to escape. She locks the door and slips out, trying to run.
Can I just have a second to go to the restroom in privacy, please?
But just a short distance away, a man calls out to her. Thinking she has found help, she approaches him, only to be captured again without any explanation. Soon after, Gloria finds herself in a dark warehouse, this time in the hands of anti-drug agents. They question her about her involvement with the Las Estrellas cartel, which has caused serious damage to the country. Gloria tries to explain that she was kidnapped and forced into everything, but the lead agent, Brian, does not believe her, especially after the explosion killed 3 of his agents. He makes it clear that she is facing up to 50 years in prison unless she agrees to cooperate. With no other option, Gloria is ordered to secretly plant a tracking chip. She has to place it inside the cartel leader's phone without being noticed. Before letting her go, Brian tells her to memorize his number and promises that he will help find Susu once the mission is complete. Still overwhelmed, Gloria decides to return home first. She tries to call Chava, but there is no answer. As night falls, Gloria is still too afraid to turn her phone back on. After taking a shower, she is shocked to find Chava already using it. Almost instantly, a call from Lino comes through, threatening her. Panicking, Gloria tells Chava to pack his things right away. But before they can leave, she realizes that Lino has already arrived. Chava is seen by Lino as he comes downstairs, and the cartel leader immediately orders him back to his room. Soon after, several gang members enter, carrying a wounded man. Lino tells Gloria to wait in her room. Taking the chance, she quickly hides the tracking chip to keep it safe. When Lino comes in, he orders her to take off her shoes. Desperate, Gloria begs him to let Chava go. Lino agrees, but only if she continues to follow his orders without question. With a cold smile, he then orders her to undress. Gloria is terrified, knowing the chip is hidden in her bra. At that exact moment, Lino is suddenly called away by his right-hand man, who informs him that the wounded member has died. Seizing the opportunity, Gloria quickly puts the tracking chip back into the phone. When Lino returns, he tells her to lie down beside him. As he talks about his former lover, who looked very much like Gloria, his voice slowly fades, and before long, he falls asleep. When morning comes, Lino tapes stacks of $100 bills onto Gloria's body. He also prepares a bag full of drugs, which is welded underneath her car. Gloria is then ordered to deliver it to someone in San Diego in the United States. As part of their deal, Chava is finally allowed to leave. Gloria drops him off with one of Suzu's relatives in the city. Before she goes, Lino's right-hand man, Polo, gives her a clear warning that if she tries anything, she will pay with her life. Gloria sets off toward the destination. But as she reaches the border, panic starts to set in. There are officers everywhere, along with sniffer dogs searching for hidden contraband. She forces herself to stay calm, acting like nothing is wrong. Somehow she manages to pass through and enter the United States. After driving for a while, she arrives at a warehouse where a man named Jimmy is already waiting. He takes the package, and in return, a replacement car filled with boxes of weapons is prepared for her. Before she leaves, Jimmy asks her to deliver a message to Lino, saying that the police have planted an informant inside the cartel. Not long after, Lino contacts Gloria and tells her where to meet him. As soon as she gets the chance, Gloria calls Brian and reveals the plan. He instructs her to run to the front gate once the ambush begins, where a vehicle will be waiting to get her out safely. Later, Gloria arrives at the meeting point after crossing back over the border. Her car is quickly surrounded by cartel members in an open field. Polo checks the cargo and confirms that everything is safe. At the same time, from a distance, Brian positions himself and prepares to take the shot. From inside his vehicle, Lino signals for Gloria to come closer. But without hesitation, Brian opens fire, completely ignoring Gloria's safety. Chaos breaks out instantly as gunfire erupts from all sides, and the arriving police only make the situation worse. Terrified, Gloria runs toward the gate just as she was told. But when she gets there, no vehicle is waiting for her. She tries to contact Brian, but he ignores her. Back in the field, Lino notices Gloria standing alone and moves toward her to protect her. Suddenly, he is hit by a gunshot to the leg. Despite everything, Gloria helps him walk, supporting him with all her strength. At the same time, Polo blows up a police vehicle, clearing a path for their escape. Once they make it back to the hideout, Polo immediately accuses Gloria of being the informant. Tension rises quickly, but Lino steps in and stops the confrontation. Gloria then passes along Jimmy's message, claiming that the police really did plant a traitor within their ranks. Lino ends up blaming Polo for failing to detect the threat. While being treated for his injury, Lino explains that Las Estrellas controls the border between two countries, and the police are trying to take that power for themselves to profit from it. As Gloria continues asking questions, Lino cuts her off and orders her to go to the kitchen. There she meets a woman named Isabel, who is also working as if she belongs there. But it quickly becomes clear that Isabel is another captive, just like Gloria. Quietly, she warns Gloria not to trust anything the cartel promises. Not long after, Lino and Polo return and order everyone to hand over their phones for inspection. Polo takes Isabel away first and keeps all the phones in one room. Seeing her chance, Gloria quickly creates a distraction by placing a cloth on the stove and starting a fire. While the others rush to put out the flames, Gloria searches through the phones and carefully moves the tracking chip. Just in time, she finishes before anyone notices. Later that night, Lino scolds Polo for getting distracted instead of focusing on the situation. Polo then begins checking every phone one by one, searching for any sign of betrayal. The next morning, Gloria is suddenly woken up and brought outside.
Arre.
She is told to stand in the middle of the field, clearly shaken and on the verge of tears. But instead of punishment, Lino begins teaching her how to use a gun. He explains that situations like the recent attack can happen at any time. After showing her how it is done, he orders Gloria to try it herself. Surprisingly, she manages to hit all the targets in front of her. Once the training is over, Gloria asks again about Susu, but Lino only says that his men are still looking. Not long after, Gloria is told to get ready because she is going out. When she returns to her room, she finds a new outfit waiting for her. Soon she leaves with Lino, just the two of them. They arrive at a small local food stall where the owner greets Lino warmly. While eating, Lino shares that he grew up in that place and dreams of one day returning to live there as a farmer. For a moment, he almost seems like a different person, but that illusion does not last long. When they return to the hideout, Polo announces that he has found the informant. Gloria is shocked to see Isabel tied up and helpless. Lino, filled with anger, prepares to deal with her himself. Gloria tries to stop him, but it is too late. Isabel is executed without hesitation. The aftermath leaves Gloria shaken and unable to rest. Even when Lino tells her to go to bed, she cannot find peace. She stays awake through the night, overwhelmed by guilt. By morning, Lino calls her again and takes her to another room. Inside, an older woman has prepared several dresses for her. Lino reveals that he wants Gloria to participate in the beauty pageant she was registered for earlier. At this point, Gloria has had enough. She breaks down in frustration, unable to accept what is happening. Lino then shows her a video of Susu, forcing her to watch. As Gloria stands there in silence, Lino explains the truth. Suzu has been taken and is now being used by Saucedo. The only way to save her is to win the pageant. Every winner is invited to a private party at the chief of police's house, and that is where Gloria will have her chance to trap him. With no other option left, Gloria agrees to the plan. She is taken to the pageant, where everything has already been arranged in her favor. Meanwhile, the cartel members prepare themselves, blending in with disguises while carrying out their own mission in the background. That night, the pageant begins as each contestant is called onto the stage. Among the audience, Saucedo watches closely, clearly enjoying what he sees. Before long, Gloria is crowned the winner. Soon after, one of Saucedo's men quietly approaches her and invites her to a private party. After secretly putting on a communication device, Gloria is picked up and taken to the location. The party is already in full swing at a luxurious building near the beach. Following the plan, she approaches Saucedo and gains his attention. Pleased, he arranges a private room for them. While waiting, Gloria manages to pass the room number to Lino, but just as everything seems to be going according to plan, Gloria suddenly spots Suzu in the crowd. The two rush toward each other, filled with worry. In a brief moment, Suzu reveals that she was captured during the chaos at the nightclub. She shows a tattoo that marks her as belonging to Las Estrellas, proving that Lino had been lying all along and using Gloria for his own plan. Before they can say more, they are forced to separate. Gloria is then escorted to the room to meet the chief of police. At the same time, cartel members quietly begin surrounding the area. Knowing the danger, Gloria finds a way to warn Saucedo without being overheard, signaling that he needs to escape because Lino's men are on their way. Calmly, Saucedo alerts his guards and arranges for someone else to take his place in the room. Moments later, Polo storms in and opens fire on the bed. Gloria quickly drops to the floor, scrambling for cover. Outside, Saucedo tries to escape but is quickly discovered. A fierce gunfight erupts between the cartel and the police, turning the entire place into chaos. Refusing to lose her friend again, Gloria steps out of hiding. She takes a weapon from the wounded Polo and pushes forward through the chaos, searching every room until she finally finds Suzu. The two of them waste no time and run for the exit. But just as they reach the street, Saucedo suddenly appears and grabs Suzu, using her as leverage. Without hesitation, Gloria fires and shoots him in the leg, bringing him down. Her bold move earns Lino's approval, and he finishes Saucedo without mercy. Then in a shocking turn, Gloria raises her weapon and points it at Lino. She calls Susu over and has her reveal the tattoo. Lino tries to explain himself, but Gloria no longer hesitates. She pulls the trigger and kills him on the spot. Soon after, police forces arrive and surround the area. With nowhere left to run, Gloria and Suzu surrender without resistance. A few days later, inside a prison, Gloria is taken from her cell to an interrogation room. A man walks in, revealing himself to be Jimmy, who has been working undercover the entire time. Recognizing Gloria's experience in surviving the criminal world, he offers her a job. Gloria agrees, but only on one condition. She and Suzu must be cleared of all charges first. Not long after, Jimmy and Gloria bring Suzu to reunite with Chava. The emotional reunion finally brings them back together after everything they have been through. And with that, Gloria prepares to move forward, stepping into a new life shaped by everything she survived. So the moral of the story is, if your bestie invites you to a beauty pageant trip, maybe just stay home and watch Netflix, because you might accidentally become a cartel employee, a spy, and a gun expert in 1 week.